Hey, good morning. We're back in Star Rupture, and we've been making some stuff. And we got to make some more stuff, of course, because that's what this thing's all about. Making stuff, creating combat issues. We're still moving a lot of material through here. I want to change this. And make more storage for that. Let's see, where have we been on our map? We have gone out and picked up some additional recipes, and we're not traveling today, but we're going to figure out what we need to be making. That's not what I want to do. That was not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Screwed it up. Alright, that was, kind of a stupid mistake because I'm sitting here watching things go by. Wonder where you're connected. How are you connected and powered? I don't see, unless it's through the rock. Maybe I don't care. Okay, so we want to be making. We're all the way through here. We need to be make these guys. So we need to start our next row. Which we have done. So I think what we want to do is we probably should check resources. We look like we're not in too bad a shape. So let's I think this one needs to be one more wide. Always a little laggy when we try to do too much at once. No, it'll hold and make us wait. Still haven't figured out why that is. I think I need to check. That's what I need to do, is check all my settings. Even though I have a fairly good machine, there are things that about this game that are highly resource dependent and cause lag. The wrong button. We want to go here and go here. Now we need one of these guys. And so we're going to run down to this end. And we got to make our... We have to make our... I guess we're going to be able to go quite a bit straight yet. And then turn down into our valley. So let's plan for that. We'll put one on the end. And then we'll put one. Oh well, that was not what I wanted to do. I'm in too much of a hurry to get this done. Now I think we want to you can never have too many of these junctions. I like to have as many as possible, but not, of course, too insane. So I'm going every other, which may or may not be too many, but I don't care, because I've rebuilt it enough times to think that should have had more to begin with. We need to put one short one right on the end, and then we're gonna go like this. All this takes time. There's no way that I've discovered yet to mass produce these kind of results. Now, it just occurred to me that there may or may not be a way. I know I can copy the machines using, I believe, a key. We're just going to say a key because I don't know for sure now. Oh well. Just gonna roll with it. That was not what we wanted. Again, we're moving too fast. And because of a little bit of lag that I need to deal with in settings when I'm not recording, so that we can dull. Although it looks to me like it may already be, the settings may already be in play. I tend to go around like this, and then I run rails across when I need to, and having 4 will let me put one down the middle if I need to as well for additional movement. There is a flaw, I believe, in this idea. Running down the track, I tend to leave them open at the end so I can bring in additional materials from multiple sections. Because obviously our recipes always include everything from the beginning of the factory. So we allow ourselves this little guy here to extend to that little guy out there so that he can bring more stuff over here. And then we attach each of these like so. So the rails can get crowded, and so sometimes I do bring in a 3rd rail just to keep the crowding down. And it seems to be okay. I guess the biggest thing is at some point you're just producing so much that it doesn't really help. Okay, so we need to know what we're making. And since I have a horrible memory, we're making stabilizers and stators. And so we're going to go ahead and I think we should just put some bridges in. The fact is that I'm going to bump my head on the rail every time I jump, and about every fourth time I'm gonna miss and wind up down in my hole. As you can see off into the distance, we have helium being brought in. We still have our monorail stretched out quite a bit. I need to work on that connector right there, getting back to here. But we have materials coming, helium and calcium, as well as glass, all being made out there and being brought in, which is something we think is a good idea. I think we're going to need a second one of these setups because we can never have too many of the heat resistant shields, and it looks like we might just be able to do that. Let's just do it. I guess the big thing is, what are we going to run into? Are we running into stuff? Yep. Oh, good. Perfect. Holy crap. Now we can go like this. We can go over here. And we can go like that. We can go like this. And for some reason, we don't have that connected there yet. So we'll do that. I used some of these other types of walk across, thinking that it might deal with some of the power issues, because having so many of these platforms tends to be a problem. But I wanted to show you that in this particular corridor I have all of them crossed, and it tends to be helpful once the rail knows that it can go take a shortcut, the material knows that it can take a shortcut, it will. Hence why the glass is moving here instead of going all the way around. So it does tend to speed things up a bit. And we can see that the glass is emptying out and being replenished. That's a good thing. And then just because we know we should, we're going to put this in here, because in the long run we should. Now we're going to go back and connect this to here, because like I said, we know we're going to have to. Now we should probably take our walk back here and see what we've got in here. So we've got, we really should build that next storage one right there, but what shall we store? Shall we store this or more of the flat? I think we'll just see what happens. So we're feeding the raw material onto the conveyor. None of our raw material though is coming that hopefully we never need to do that. We just need this stuff. I can't remember. Yes, I'm going to say that we're going to be fine. Put a bridge across here because it's a hassle to jump. So I'm going to start with the just like that, and we're going to put another one in just like that. I think we'll stop there for a minute, and we'll put our belt, our rail, and we'll go ahead and make some of these. Make some of those. And they start out coming pretty fast. They seem to work all right most times. I think we're going to, I'm not sure, I think we're going to leave this one alone. Actually, yeah, we're going to leave it alone for a minute. And we're going to go ahead and add another one here, and we're going to make more stators. Yep. Now I think we'll throw here across. Just to give us a shortcut, keep the rails from getting too. As you can see, we're bringing it around as planned from over there. So now we're making the stator. We've already made all of, where are those? We didn't make those yet, did we? We need those. Where are they? Okay, so we need to make those little doohickeys. Why haven't we made these yet? That's kind of silly. So now we need to go ahead and, because we need those, we didn't make them, we've run out of room on this, and this of course is a problem. This is why you don't build these little sub things so close to your main. If I had set that about 8 to 10 back, it could make some adjustments pretty easily, but now I will have to do this other way. So we're going to go ahead and drop the furnace down then, and we got to put 2 of these furnaces down to make these plates. Okay, well, let's set the furnaces. If I can just remember how to do things this morning. I don't know why I'm having trouble with operating my keyboard to make it do things. go here. And we'll make those. We'll make some more of those. And our shortcut is already working. Now, here's where my mistake does fall into place. I think. No, they're right there. One second while I fix my sound. That's so much better. I can actually hear the game. We went ahead and put a shortcut in from here. It will take it a while for it to pick up. We're getting a little crowded since we introduced our calcium sheets. And this may prove to be a good reason why we shoot center rail, but it may just be, no, it's gonna get crowded. I think it's gonna get crowded. It seems to be picking up speed as it fills in the wolfram powder. All right, I'll tell you what, we got a few things done so far, and we got things moving. Just checking in, of course. I hope you all have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.